Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Claude Joseph, and of course we go by the name Claude Joseph on this YouTube channel. So today we are coming live and clear from an orphanage over here in the village by the name Noah's Boat Orphanage. So right here, which is being managed by a mom called Esther. So right now we're going to hear her story from the starting to the end, and feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Remember, we are on the road to 30,000 subscribers. If you like today and you subscribe today, we'll be at a higher point. And of course, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and of course let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. It has been there's a video that has been circulating all the way that there's an American philanthropist that has been claiming that there's money that has been stolen from here, that Mama Esther has been scamming people. But we want to hear her story from the start, how she started up to now. So welcome to this, and let's go in.
My name is Pastor Esther Wamboi Kanyutu. Esther Wamboi Kanyutu. This is the mother of 130 kids in the orphanage by the name Noah's Boat Children's Home. And today, guys, I'm so humble to give you my life history, where I was started and become with this thought to start taking care of the abandoned kids until today. So it was the year 1980, and that was the time I can start telling you about my life history. There was a time I found myself with the lady who was raising me, and I can say that in my mind, in my blood, in my heart, I was knowing and thinking that she was my biological mother. So I was given a story when I was like 22 years, almost 22 years, yeah. By the name, I can call her my mother. His name is Leah. He told me a very sad story, and that is the year almost 2000. Told me about how I was raised. So she gave me a story when I was planning to get married. She told me that she wanted to give me my story that he has in his mind in a lot of years, and he was just keeping quiet not to tell me. So he started telling me that there was a time, 1980, there was an accident in Narok town, near to the big bridge. There is a big river, and there is a very sharp corner there from the bush to enter to the main road. She told me that my mother, my biological mother, and my biological father, they were a Kikuyu tribe. He knew that. So that it was like almost evening time, that my mother and my mother, they were inside the small car. My father was driving that car, and in the bridge, when they are passing to the bridge, it came a big lorry coming from that bed corner from the mountain, and that lorry was carrying like stones. And when the lorry wanted to pass the small car, and there is a corner, so the lorry hit the small car. That car, my mother and my mom was inside, and they had a baby girl The baby girl was me. They were putting me on the behind chair, and I was very sick. They were taking me to the hospital. So the accident happened there, very deadly, and the car was crashed immediately there. My dad and my mom, they died there, and the boot of that car was open by that big hit, and the power thrown the baby girl to the bush on side the road like this. There was like a bush. So when the baby girl fallen down there, it's like she became unconscious. After policemen came there, they took those cars, the lorry and the small car, and 2 dead bodies. That was my mom and my dad. And in the night, the policemen, they didn't know that there was a baby behind. They took those body and the car. They forgotten there was a baby left behind. In the night, the lady was passing there, and she heard the cry of baby crying on that garden, on that bush. And she went there, she took the baby, and she go to the police station, and she requested the policemen to allow her to raise that baby, because she didn't have a baby girl from his womb. She has already boys. And the policemen tell her, it's okay, we can allow you to take care of that baby. So she went home. She started raising me. When I reached like 10 years, she has never took me even to school. But she loved me so much. She was taking me to the church and teaching me on how to do the manual work inside the compound. She has a permanent house. She was teaching me on how to wash the clothes and even how to clean the compound, how to plant the flowers, and even how to wash the clothes and how to clean the inside the house and make every room to be very clean and tidy. So after I reached that 10 years, she took me to her friend, and her friend was a pastor, ready pastor. She told her, Esther, she know how to work inside the compound, and you know the Maasai people, by that time, they were not taking their baby girls to the school. They were only taking the boys. They were planning that the girls, their job is just to get married, giving birth, taking care of kettles and homework. They work in the compound, in the home. So that's what she was teaching me in my life, and even how to go to church, and even how to plant like vegetables and beans and maize, all the types of food we were planting in her garden. And even in my life, I was dreaming every time that I'm taking care of all kids, a lot of kids. And I was looking myself, there was a time we were trying to cross the river, and I was bedding down and carry the babies to cross them to the river. Then there was a time I was dreaming that I was like pushing a lot of people to take the food from the store. People are fighting to take food. So I was trying my best to fight them and to take a lot of food and give the needy kids. I was dreaming. In my dream, they were just pushing me and trying to touch my clothes, and they are requesting me to help them to get that food. So I was in my dream fighting to give the kids Then sometimes I was to dream fetching water to the well with my hands and give the needy kids. So it was a dream was disturbing me in that time. Then when she took me to the pastor mother to be working there, she talked to her a lot about me, but me, I didn't know. She told her how she raised me, how she got me, but because I was very young and I was very sick, I could not even recognize how I was raised since I was born as a baby girl. Then from there, so she talked with that lady. Esther can be working here, helping you, and sometimes you can come to the church with her, and she could be a big help to us. So every weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, I could go to my mother home, just sometimes to do some small work there, and sometimes sleep there. And the evening on Sunday, after coming from church, I have to go back to the pastor mother. So I stayed to the pastor mother like, let me say, like more than 10 years, almost 12 years. I came to understand that the lady, he was thinking about me, that if she could die and I'm not her biological daughter, what could be in my life, and no one can come and take me in a good care. So her plan was for me to be working there. The end of the time, if I need to get married, I could be having something that I can be maybe starting, opening business or anything in my life. She had a good plan about me. So after that 12 years, the one son of my mother who was raising me when I was young, that son had a friend, and the friend was from Kisii. They were very best friends. They were coming to the home to visit, and they were very best friends. So that friend of the son of my mom starts looking me so much what I'm doing. I was planting a lot of flowers and making design the whole compound. I could mix white, red, pink, white, green, and even I could dig the barrel and write the name of anything there, maybe God or anything, and plant the flowers that when you can see, you can read that name. That's how I started planting flowers, very beautiful flowers. And I was requesting friends from the church, if you have a very nice flower from your home, please you can give me some branches. I like to plant flowers. So the home of my mom, who corrected me, was a lot of beautiful flowers, and they were different flowers. I was mixing them in a very unique way. I can even fence some place of vegetable or onions with flowers. I like flowers so much. So from there, that friend of the brother to me, let me call the son of that mother my brother, his name was Sankari. You know, they were Maasai. And even they were calling me by the name of Maasai, Esther Nasibai. That was my name. Nasibai means the happiness. The one who gives happiness. Nasibai.
So you can speak Maasai
Yes.
So how many languages can you speak in Kenya?
Now I can speak Maasai,
Yes.
I can speak Kikuyu, I can speak Kisii,
Kisii.
and I can speak Kiswahili, and I can speak some English,
Some
not
English.
very well.
Oh, nice.
So it's almost like 5 languages. And still, I'm hearing Korea language and some Ruos and some Ruya, because I have raised a lot of kids and I really like to ask them to give me some names by their languages. So from there, that man, the friend of my brother, started proposing me to be his wife, and I was fearing. And finally, he started sending pastors and even bishop, because he was a good Christian. And he started telling me, I don't want to take you from your home without telling your parent that I'm going to marry you, and I don't want to take you in secret way. I want something very straight. I could come here with even the photos of wedding. They are inside my box. Yeah, so finally, after sending pastors, because I was virgin and I was praying so much, my mom taught me about how to fast and pray. She knows what he was planting in me. So his life was like spiritual life. Anything that we could do, we could start kneeling down and pray. Even in the garden, we could go to the garden, kneel down and pray, and then start working. Anything that she could do, even towards the cross, she was telling me that if you want God to use you, you have to put God first in everything that you do. And she was knowing that behind, she has a very painful story about me. So she was watching me with a lot of tears. I could not imagine why. And even when she took me to work, she had a plan, because she had a lot of boys, and they started dying until they remained 2. So the mother, even the husband died, that I could call my dad. The mother be abnormal. He was like a madman. Even today, I used to go there sometimes when I have time, when I have something, just to wash her body, to cut the nails, the fingers, toes, and to wash the clothes, because I'm only daughter to her. So she really loved me. She showed me a lot of love and even a lot of joy. The period of 10 years that she has been with me, let me say it was like a spiritual school, because that was my foundation. And a lot of time we could spend a lot of night in the church prayer. So that was my foundation. And from there, God started sending me songs in a dream. And when I go to church, I have to sing the song I dreamed very well. And even other girls used to ask me to write those songs down. They were like it. Even I start teaching them. I had like 27 songs in my dreams, dreaming songs, and teach some friends. And we sing in the church. So after I reached that 20 years, working as a house girl in the house of pastor mother, then I feel that love, to love the guy who was proposing me. He told me that now I'll send our bishop and our pastor to talk to your mother, and then I'll come with my friends just to open up to your mother that I want to do marriage, to get you like my wife. I like the way you are cleaning the compound. I like the way you are planting these flowers, and I want you to go clean my home and plant all these flowers to my compound. So I was even ironing the clothes with charcoal box, and I was very, very clean. He was telling me. I could not know what he was showing me, but he used to tell me that, Esther, you are very clean, you are very tight, you look very humble, you like prayers, and you look more spiritual. And I was looking to have such a kind woman to be my wife. So if you allow me, I can go and plan on how to get married with you. Finally, after talking with Bishop and he opened to my mom, I decided to say yes.
Wow.
He has never told me to sleep with me. He has never asked me to run away from where I was living. And when he wanted to buy anything to me, I could not know. He could send the money to the pastor wife to buy for me something that just like a gift. And a lot of gift I was denying. No. Sometimes told me, I want to buy you shoes, I want to buy you clothes. I say no, because people can look me in another mind that maybe I have decided to be like the world girls. And even my clothes that I was wearing, I could wear the very long clothes that touching down to my legs, and the hands of my clothes was just the way you are looking me. I could not wear the clothes from here to here. I could not be open my body, and even I used to cover my hands with a maybe tie or head scarf, things like that. I was just like to put my inside beauty, to be humble, to be a woman of prayer, and to avoid to have a friendship with boys. I have never do any relationship with men until I get married. So even he can testify. So from there, after I agreed, and the mother agreed, mother asked me to come with him and pastor, and he started telling my story.
Yeah, so through that, I'm sorry for that, and sorry for the story. It's a very touching story, and we are really sorry for what's happening and what happened, and yeah, sorry for that, mom. Sorry, we're really sorry. So the journey after marriage, you decided to start up a children's home. So yeah, that's the story that we have heard about you, your background. We are sorry for the loss of the parent, and also sorry for the loss also of your mom who raised you, and also the parent who raised you. And for now, like since you started the story of now, you started your children's home or the children's home, how did you started raising it until now we have this Noah's boat?
The time she called me,
Yes,
I went there with my pastor, who was ready, and another friend of my mom, another lady who was loving me so much. When we were praying, you have to join the hands together. And my mother, who raised me when I was a young baby, she started telling the story that, Esther, you decided to get married with this man. Do you love him with all your heart? I said yes. Then she told me, now it's my time to tell you about your background, where you came from, and even to let you know that for sure you don't know your mother, you don't know your relative, you don't know your sister or your brother. So he started telling me what he got me from the accident, and she went to the police station to report and ask if they can allow her, because she doesn't have a girl, to raise me as her own daughter. And the police allowed her to take me. So she tell us a very, very, very sad and very painful story that my mom and my dad, the policeman was removing them with spoon from the accident car. This wrong way for you to come tell me that now you are ready to get married, and I want to prepare you psychologically and physically and even spiritually for you to stand firm with your feet, knowing that you don't have a sister.
Sorry.
You don't have a brother. You don't have any relative. She told me that she was just decided, because she doesn't have a girl, to be my mother and even to show me motherly love. She told me I was very, very sick, almost to die. I have a lot of wounds and rashes in all over my body, like measles. But she took care of me, and when she started telling me that, she held me and she told me, this is your foundation. But she told me, I'm not going to leave you alone. And that's why I decided to take you to my friend pastor, so that you can be there. I had a plan, maybe after being there all those years, you can get paid a good amount of money. You can start your own business, and you can start planning your own life, knowing that I am only one in your life. So if you are going to be married now, you have to take care of yourself. And since from today, I want you to take this man and start counting him like your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, your relative. That was the word she told me. And she told me she has already allowed me to continue with the marriage. To hear that, and he held my hands and told me that, I promise you, I'm going to take care of you all my life, and even respect you and your mother who was raising you. I will be allowing you to come just to have a time with her, like the way if she could be your biological mother. We proceeded with the preparation of wedding, and he mobilized a friend, churches, and we start following the plan of wedding. Joined in when the time he was working there, and that's where he decided to arrange the wedding, because that's where he has a lot of friends. We proceeded. After that, we escorted him. He went. I came back with mom. She took me to the mother who was my pastor, who was my boss, and she told her, this is the time now to pay Esther. the money that she has been working here all those years, and now we can support her. She is now getting married. She is planning to have a pre-wedding and wedding party. We talked a lot, and when she was talking to me about my mother's accidentally and death, I was like, she was digging me, and she planted a seed, and I decided that the time I'll be grown up, I will be trying to take care of the abandoned kids like me. So the plan of taking the kids was started after my mother, who was raised me, told me about how she got me and how she raised me. Until now, I was 22 years.
Now it's from 22 years.
Yeah.
So that is where you felt like now you have seen the light of yourself, you have seen the light. So you decided now you also do the same as the mother who picked you did to you.
For sure, yes.
All right.
So that mind came in my mind that she has never shown me any point to make me know that she was not my biological mother. It is something that touched my heart very deep, and even she built something in me to do the same to the fatherless and motherless kids. I put that mind in my heart, and I got married. It was the year, I think 99, was preparing the wedding. And after I got to my husband and got my firstborn was a boy, I started thinking about the kids that suffering without the parent, and I started thinking how I can even support all, help them the way I was helped when I was young. In my mind, I started planning that I could do the same. When we were discussing with the pastor mother, she agreed to pay me money for like 12 good years, and she started counting the money. It was like a dream to me. They gave it to me 480,000 Kenyan money, and the mother said, the first mother, I cannot allow you to go with this money to your husband, and don't tell him. I'll take you to my brothers where they are staying in Nairobi, somewhere near to Kitengera. There was a place was called Kicheko when you are passing Murorongo. And she helped me to look for a plot, and she bought the plot, and they built it 2 rooms iron sheet for me. And she told me, don't think about this plot that you can sell or you can give your husband. This will come to be your mother and your mother. Maybe the time I will be dying, no one can come and help you. Maybe when you got trouble, nowhere to go. Maybe my sons, because they know you are not their sisters and they will be having their families, you will not having somewhere to go and stay and relax. So this plot and this house, this is where you could be coming when you come to visit your uncle. That is the brother to that lady. And I feel so good I'm never told that my husband that. Then I remember when I went to stay with my husband, we stayed and we got my firstborn. He's a boy. And I opened the shop in Kisi where my husband was, the home where he was born. There is a small town called Ogembo. I opened there the shop. And when I was coming to the shop every morning, I was meeting a lot of kids on the way, sleeping on the carton on the ground. Those were street kids and the abandoned kids. And every time when I was looking for them, I was feeling like they need me to take care of them. That's why God opened my eye for me to see them. The way He opened the eye of my mother to see me and even to take care of me. And I asked God, touch me and give me idea how I can be helping them. I start giving them food. I start giving them clothes. Always in the morning and evening, I used to call them and tell them go to the hotel and eat, and I paid the bill. Then there was a time it was a very, very big rain. I request them to come with me to my home where I was staying with my husband. They start coming there in the evening and eat. I was opening the store, and sometimes the rooms of where it was like the room of firewood, and I was arranged there with a lot of sacks, and I was telling them to sleep there.
So that was the year.
It was the year end of 2000.
End of 2000.
Yeah.
So this session of having a children's home, you started it early as 2000 plus. Yeah.
I start giving them food and help until I start counting them. There were 45 kids that I was helping every time. I could even go and took their clothes and take them to my home and wash them and ask them to come in the church. I gave them the clothes, the clean clothes, and they wear. I go with them. Even my husband started realizing that I have corrected kids. They are using to come home every time to eat. Sometimes in the shop, when I don't have food in the shop, I buy for them. He started asking me, how are you planning to do all this? And your shop is not that big. And I said, God is opening the way to get benefits. When I'm selling things, people are coming so much in my shop. The money that I'm making is a lot than the way I was making before I started giving them food. I continued until to the year 2007. The year 2007, I was expanding my shop. I was putting, this is the shop, and I putting another shade outside and putting the like nylon paper, big one, to cover. Inside was clothes, new clothes. Outside was shoes. So I was selling them, and I even was choosing some of them and give it to those kids. One evening, it was almost December there was people were learning for a post-election violence, looking for a presidential chair.
Yeah.
So, and it was February. So people, they were fighting tribalism. If you are not my tribe and you don't want to choose the one I want, they start fighting. So they were fighting.
It happened a lot in 2007.
It was 2007. Since February to December, our country, Kenya, was shaking. A lot of post-election violence. So it happened on my shop where I had that big shed I was putting the shoes. It was in evening time, and I took the shoes from outside to put inside the shop and cross the shop to go home. When I locked the first door, before that morning, that night, I had a cry in a dream, a very big, touching cry for a lot of kids. And I was like, maybe I'm getting sick. Because even when I wake up, I was still hearing that voice, children crying. So I wake up and pray. Then when I'm sleeping a little bit, then I heard the cry of babies. I start looking like a dream, and there was a voice telling me in that dream, Esther, take care of these kids. The kids were outside crying. So I prayed and sleep like 3 times. I was hearing just voice telling me to go to take care of these kids crying outside. But when I wake up in the morning, it was just a dream. I went to my shop. That day, I sold a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes. Sorry. And in the evening, I said, it's a lot of money. I have never sold a lot of money like this. I put the money inside the room where there is a big table to count the money, and I see it's a lot. I decided to put those money to inside the bag and go home. When I was locking the doors, I hear the same cry that I was dreaming in the night on my doors also. Children crying, and I said, what's this dream in a daytime, evening time? Maybe I'm getting sick, I'm confused, it's really cry. Then I opened the door. When I opened that door, there was 2 trucks, GK, Kenyan government.
Yeah.
They are pouring the kids on my doors where the shade was. And the kid was crying. The kid was they were correcting kids from Kericho, even that side, Kisumu, Kericho, Keroka, and they bring them to Kisii. They pour them there.
So by that time, did the government knew that you are operating a children's home by that time?
I was not registered.
Okay.
But that time, after the policemen bring a lot of kids to my door and they left them there, no help, no one to come and ask them what's going on, and it was raining. I just opened my doors of soap and I asked them, what's going on? They start telling me a big story. What happened? Their parents died. People were fighting from Kericho. They were just throwing the spears and stones, and even some policemen were fighting. So a lot of children were just running away to the schools because there was no hope to run away to home. And other truck was from they told me Eldoret, where the parents were trying to run away with their children, and those policemen trying to carry them and to remove them where the crashes was very big. So they showed that in Kisii land, because even Migori County was
not okay.
Fighting.
Yeah, it was fighting.
People was moving from Migori County to Kisii County. The tribe of Kikuyu and other tribes was running to Kisii. Kisii was the safe place, and Isibania. That was the safe place to people from
different tribes.
Different places like Kisumu, all Eldoret, all Kericho, because the Kalenjin people and Ruos people and Tugen peoples like Maasai, they were fighting a lot of tribulation in their counties. They have a lot of people staying there, and they were telling them, you have to go to your place where you were born. So even they were burning the houses. They were telling people to move from their houses where they were staying. So the people was fearing. After I opened the door and saw those crowd of kids, I shed tears, and I heard the voice that was hearing the night, Esther, take care of these children. And there was another lady who was my friend. I asked him, how can we help these kids? And she told me, because he was hiring the house. Me, I have only one house. We are staying there with my children and my husband. But you have a home. You have a lot of stores. You have a kitchen. You have a big room where you are putting the firewood. You can look with a mercy. Maybe you can take them, and maybe 1 week or some days, the government will come and take those kids to return them where they got them. I talked to the neighbor of my shop. He had a pickup to carry the young kids to my home where I was staying with my husband. And he agreed with me. And before we go, that neighbor of my shop had a hotel. I asked him, do you have any food left in your hotel? He told me, yes, I have enough food worthy for 7,000 Kenyan money. And I said, can you please allow this kid to eat that food? He said, if you can pay, even me, I can add more food for them. But you need to pay 7,000 for them to get even tea and the other food that it could be there until tomorrow. I can offer even more for them to eat if you decided to give them mercy. And I said, when you show mercy to the people, God will show mercy to you. Let us give them that food. He said, yeah, tell them to enter to my hotel. I tell them to enter to the hotel, and I give it to them, that food with the owner of the hotel. After they ate, I asked him to help me with the pickup to take the little kids to my home. And the ones that were big, they could walk with me. We can walk together with them so that I can show them my home. I took those kids, I go with them to my home. When my husband showed me with a lot of kids, he was worried. What have you got all these kids and you have decided to bring them to this home? How are we going to eat? Which cooking pot are we going to use with all these kids? A lot of kids were 189 kids. When I took them to my home, I opened the store for the firewood. I opened other store was for food, maize, beans, and other things. And I opened another store. The store was where the kitchen was. So I start arranging the sacks for them to sleep, even nylon papers. I give it to them some blankets, even some loose cover for the chairs for them to cover themselves. And I start preparing the porridge for them. And I had just small sufuria, cooking pot. I decided to cook like 4 times and putting the porridge to the big bucket, like a diaba. Yeah. And I told them, you can start drinking, because they have already eaten the food from the hotel. Then from there, I went to call there is another bishop by the name Nyabuto. I called them. I told him there is a kids here that the GK 2 Rory brought them here to my shop. What can I do? And I asked my husband, what can I do? I could leave them outside and it's raining. He told me maybe 1 week they are relatives, they are people, they could come here. You just go and even report. I went to police station. This story was the truth as my mother did for me. When I reported, they told me they start putting the information to the churches and everywhere. Anyone who knows about those kids can come and talk. If it's a relative or their children, people start coming. And even their relative. They took some kids and I remained with the other, like 80 something. Those kids, I start staying with them. After that, I see my husband was not so happy for the kids because a lot of them, they were pooping everywhere, putting poo every corner inside their houses, outside the compound. So the compound was very bad smelling after a few weeks. Then the bishop started sending us food from the church and big pot, and even requesting the people from the church to come and help, and even took some kids to stay with them. Some of them came and took some big girls to stay with them. Some took some boys from the church, started staying with them. And from there, my life was so tough.
So that was the year 2007.
2007.
So already you
almost December.
Almost December. So you already had 189 kids.
So it was almost May. I went to report, and then the children's office, I reported. They told me, Esther, you need to open like an orphanage if you feel it that you need to continue taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
It was date 5 May 2007.
2007.
Yeah. So I went there, and they gave me a letter, and I called. I had 3 friends that we were so.
So that's the letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. They told me first to go to report. This is Kisii County, Bomachoge constituency, sub-county Chachi, Bochi, and I put the name Noah's Boat Goodheart CBO. So I registered as a CBO certificate because I was just to have a certificate to continue helping them. Maybe if the government will allow me, I will continue looking on how to support them. So I called these 3. They were my friend. This is me. The children's department, the one who was there in charge was Bernard Ngogi.
So this was the letter?
This was the letter.
Okay.
Yeah, and he read, this is to confirm that Noah's Boat Goodheart Children's Home is a charitable children institute in Gucha, Kenya. They provide shelter, food, clothes, medication, education, and social support to vulnerable children. The category of children they support include street children, abandoned, orphans, and children rescued from hostile environment by our department. They are excellent in the provision of their services. According to our study, any assistance given to them will go a long way to give hope to the vulnerable children. His name was Ngogi Bernard, Sub-County Children's Office, Wucha, sub-county.
Yeah.
And I give it to them the names of my friend. This is my name, Esther Wamboi Kanyutu, as a chairperson. And Bikundo D. Nyakambi was like my secretary because they needed the educated people to help me to write this. And treasurer was Redia Wasera Wamoyo. These their ID numbers and even my ID number here, 1465 1735, and my email number and my signature number. And this is the number, is the name of Philip. Philip Ciro was my husband. And from there, we lighted everything, and we got certificate. Let me show them this. The certificate photocopy.
Yes.
Noah's Boat Good Heart Organization, CBO, and it's Kiragia Division, Bomachoge, Sub-County, Wucha, Rafkisi County. This was the certificate. I was staying, it was a lot of challenges. 2000, up to the year 2007, it was just feeling that I need to have those kids. Then the year 2008, I got my second baby girl, my biological daughter. And when I was breastfeeding my baby girl daughter, the Red Cross came to see me, and they told me that she corrected 2 girls, twins, 2 babies. My daughter was 4 months old. I was breastfeeding her. This side, my breast, and the other 2, this side. And it was so tough to my husband to see me doing that. So he was just pushing me so much. I decided to hire the house. I have the house here that I hired.
So this is the first house that you hired. It looks like a classroom, like wow.
Yeah.
So you rented all this?
Yeah. And I'm there, and I hired 2 teachers to continue giving these kids the way to know how to write. I took them to the school there at Kisii, Migori. So this is the first house that I was staying with kids. This is me and the kids, and there are a lot of them. They school and come back to the home. And I want to show you another photo. This one, Association of Charitable Children's Institution. This is by the name ASEC. This is the name, Association Charitable Children's Institution of Kenya in Nairobi. Even when I came here to Migori, then I asked this letter by this name, Noah's Boat Good Heart Children's Home in Migori County, to try to look for somewhere to be comfortable staying with kids. And I decided I'm not going to change the name of the orphanage. Then from there, I came to Migori and I registered another certificate. You see, Noah's Boat Good Heart, CBO, Nyabikai, Bukira West, Kuria West, Isibania, Migori. This is my second certificate by the name Noah's Boat Good Heart.
Now this is shifted from Kisii to Isibania now.
Yeah, because I was so much disturbed hiring the house and nowhere to plant the food. Only I used to go to the market in the evening. I could collect a lot of food from the market, mangoes, bananas, and a lot of food they were scattered there. And there are some people, well-wishers, used to give me cooked food from the market and packed to the carton and tell me go and feed the kids. So I was struggling in my mind. And another thought came to me. I called my mother who was raising me when I was young, and she told me this is the time now for you to sell the plot from Nairobi so that you can have enough money, you can buy the land and build, and even you can start another business for you to continue in life. I started struggling so much. There, I had this plot in Nairobi. Bellevue Housing Cooperative Society. Ownership certificate. This is to satisfy that Esther Wamboi Kanyutu, bearing this ID number 1465-1735, is the rightful owner of plot number 9 of Bellevue Housing Cooperative Society Limited of LR number 1271 5/624, and that was the time. Date today was 14th day of February 2007.
So the Bellevue, is it the Bellevue one that I knew along Mlolongo?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you can see the plot number, and I was the owner of this. This is a plot that my mother bought for me with my money I was working for as a housemaid. And I decided for sure to call another friend who was in Isibania. We were selling the shoes with her, and she told me that he can look for me a land. And she told me in Korea is the best place that you can be planting everything that you need. You can build the orphanage, you can be working in your garden. It's very, very peaceful place in Isibania. My plan was to go to buy the land in Nakuru, but in Nakuru they told me 1 acre will be 500. Somewhere called Dodori, they were selling land, 5 acres, and every acre was 500,000 Kenyan money. But when I talked with this friend from Isibania, she told me, I can look for you a very good land in 250,000 Kenyan money, and then you come and buy. So I decided to sell the plot, and I just came. I started going around looking for plot. That time, before I came, our bishop from Nairobi came to me with another lady by the name Avis Goodheart, that Mzungu.
The Avis Goodheart?
Yes.
The American philanthropist, the one who
Yes.
is claiming that you scammed her to 20 million?
Good.
All right.
So when they came with pastor, I was from mountain to pray. And when I reached where I was hired, the house, people, two ladies, our neighbor told me there was people looking for you, and they were asking Pastor Esther, the one who is raising the kids. And I told them, I'm the one, tell them to come in. So they enter in with Bishop. And Bishop started telling me, I have a friend here, 3 of them, and they want to hear your story.
So by that time, you were here, or?
I was in Kisii, but already I came here.
You have already benchmarked the land.
I marked the place.
So the land you benchmarked this one,
Yeah,
right?
just down there.
All right.
Yeah, this one I just came to buy after another few years.
All right.
Yeah, it was. And even I have title deed for that.
Or for this acre, right?
For those 2 acres. This is my original certificate from Migori County by the name known as Boat Goodheart CBO. And this is the place that I'm staying near to. This area is Nyabikai, Kuria West, Bukira West, Kuria West, Migori County, Isibania. This is near to Nyabohansi village. And this is the original certificate of this home where I'm sitting now. And I told him, I am staying here and my relationship with my husband is not so good. We are having a lot of challenge with these kids, and even me to pay the house is something very difficult. She told me, even this house is not so good. You can look for another big one, and I will be helping you to add you some money so that you can add and buy that land, that you can pay the good house. So they went with the bishop, and the following day then they came. And he told me, you said you went to Isibania and you found a good place to buy. I tell him yes. So he told me, how much money do you have? I told them I have like 250,000. I didn't tell them everything that I had about selling the plot, because I wanted to hear from Bishop the comment and what the plan they have about me and the kids. So I told that lady, the land that I got it there is so nice, and even we can go there with you and look for that land. You can see, I show you, and even I tell you all my plan. So we came with that lady. He gave it to me 250,000 Kenyan money, and I had 250,000. I came to look the owner of that land.
The one down here where there's structure?
The road. Yes.
All right.
And I found the owner of this land by the name Chacha, Ongoso Chacha. ID number 73 17 6 37. Phone number is 0713 79 9961. Box number 251 Isibani. So we went with that lady. After we went there, he told me, yeah, we can add the money that we have now, and we can pay the money we had.
So that Goodheart,
yes,
Bilin is the name.
Yeah, Bilin.
Okay, that's her passport and okay.
Yeah, Erin. So he's the one. So now and this is my name,
Esther
Wambui Kanyutu. I paid amount the same day. Okay. I had some money in my phone, and the money she gave it to me. I add all together.
That's the agreement. That's called it, the agreement from the lawyer.
Yeah. I went home, and my plan, my budget, whatever, everything. She was asking me, what have you do to feed the kids? So this is the original certificate. I agreed with the owner of this land, Chacha Ongoso Chacha, me, Esther Wamboi, and Aaron, to buy this down there 2 acres. This is the size of land, 2 acres. We paid it that money, 500,000 only.
Yeah.
From there. And he told me, you can continue preparing on how to come here. So I started building those down houses. They were mud houses, all of them. The first one for me and girls. The second one, this one, for the boys. And down there was like our store and our kitchen. Then she came here with a friend and told me, I want to buy for you like 300 iron sheet to know how you can add more house because you are squeezed with the kids. We built with him this mental house.
Wow.
Only that.
This metal one?
Yes.
The one with the cape?
Yes.
Right.
So I bought that down iron sheet. She bought the roofing iron sheet. I built it there, and it was now like almost 2019. Yeah, you can see even this agreement. Yeah, date 14 April 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after that, he was 2019. I start thinking that after building that, the portion that left behind, it's very small. I start asking the owner of this land if he can add me more land behind here to have somewhere I can be continue planting. So after that, I start going to take my money that I sold my rice here with the kids, and they start I don't know if you can read this. Continue even writing your own things, and even to the government. I told them I want to start even asking donation. I write the letter from the chief of area and my name here, founder and director. I write Gukubutete village Nyabikai sub-location, Bukira West, location Kuria West sub-county. I was requesting all this. Noah's Boat Good Heart Home and Rescue Center is already registered orphanage administered by a CBO registration number KWCBO 073-2021 and is located at Nkuko Botete. This is area where Chief was. Village Nyabikai sub-location, Bukira West, location Kuria West sub-county, Migori County. It was registered in the year 2007 after Kenya worst post-election violence sitting on 1 acre. Hiyo ni hii eka yenye nilikuja kuongezea.
Yeah, the one over here.
Yeah, and I started, this land has a lot of
Stones.
So I started asking from Tanzania. There was a very poor man. There were 6 of them. They came here and asked me to give them house so that they can be looking for a job around here and be like a watchman and even working in my garden and even helping me to make bricks and making the ballast because the land was full of stone. And I agree with them to give them house and they can be our security here because I was just me and those kids. And from there, I started working. We are making bricks. I had a small plot down there near to the river. I used to go there with other ladies, my friend, to correct the sand. A lot of months, we are going to correct sand with those ladies. I corrected a lot of sand. I plastered all those down houses. And I start correcting sand, making a lot of bricks. If I can open my messenger, you could see a lot of, we call it tanuru, where we burn the bricks.
Kiln.
Yes. I make them like 17 tanuru. Each one had 16,000 bricks inside. So we work there, making bricks, correcting the sand, and even making the stones. And I said, I will call my brothers, the ones that they are not my biological brothers. to support me to build. They told me, we can help you to build maybe small house, not that big. But I told them I need a big house that I can be staying, me and the girls, because I could not leave the girls outside. That was the time the boys were very, very big. Even they were starting in high school. So I was fearing that I could not come from that mud house and enter to this house, and even from the mental house to leave the girls themselves to stay there. So they agreed, and he told me, just look for a mason with material that you have. We will be trying to support you, maybe paying the mason and even buying some materials like mentors. And I had a car. That car was a Probox KBV. I bought that car. It was old car, and I sold that car to buy this iron sheet, 100 iron sheet, with the money that I sold that car. And there was a time this lady told me that there is a friend want to hear my story. That friend by the name El, and there is other friends from Singapore. He told me that they want just to hear the story of my life. I said, yeah, I'm ready to tell them the story where I came from and what made me to decide to work here. And still, when I'm going on in that, I processed to get the title. You can see the photo of May 5, 2007. How many kids that I had by that time. This is the old photos.
This is in Kisii.
This is in Kisii.
Even the soil tells.
Yeah, you can see me here with my husband here and Bishop here. This is my husband. His name is Philip. This is me. This is our Bishop. It was evening, like almost 7. So when Bishop passed there, I asked him, we need to have a photo with you, Bishop, and he said yes. So this is the photo of that years.
2007 May.
Board of directors that we were organizing together how to manage the kids. Director was board of directors. From here, you see our bishop was Nyabuto Monayo. Number 2 is me, Esther Wambui Kanyutu. Number 3 was Charles Nyabuto Ongori. Number 4, that is my husband, Philip Nyamongo Siro. Number 5, Kennedy Obasa Isosa. Number 6, Grace Kemuto Nyabuto. Number 7, Teresia Maisiba. Number 8, Josephine Gesare. Number 9, Rispa Gesare Nyaundi. Number 10, Aris Rabera Momanyi. Number 11, Zakaria Onyego. Those are the people that we have agreed from the church as a group to stand with me, because some of them were educated people, so they were helping me even to arrange all these documents you see here. So I'm bringing others.
So this belongs here.
Yes. And this is 1 acre. I added 1 acre. This is my name, Esther Wambui Kanyutu. ID number 14651735. This is 1 acre.
This is how the title deeds in Kenya look like.
Yeah. There was a time I was poisoned. This is me. And my body was swollen everywhere. Even my teeth were shaking.
Oh.
Yeah. And I went to the hospital.
So this is
I was calling Noah's boat Vicky Grasa. I put it like a community school so that the people will see not mine, not something that I want to own. I wanted to be like a community organization. And the motto was sacrifice to succeed.
Sacrifice to succeed.
Succeed, yeah.
Okay.
Document for the kids when we receive kids from the government, even the kids that we are receiving from Migori. When you get the kid from the court, you have to get even the rubber stamp from children's office. So this is the letters that I receiving the kid even from 2019. 2018. And the rubber stamp is here. Jano has bought children's home. You see, Monday Jano has bought children, abandoned kids. Those are custody, lost and found cases. The kids can be lost, they don't know their home. This is, even they have OB number 7222. Manager no has bought children's home. Abandoned kids receive the children named for custody. Aniboke, 3 years.
And
James Gatti. And this is the child belong for
care and protection.
David Mura. All these are the letters of all the kids from that time, from the court order. Not things that you cannot having the kid without document from the court and the OB number.
Yeah.
Every child must have
an OB
and
number.
The case. If it is abandoned kids, FGM kids, there are those kids who are forced to be cut and they refuse to stay with their relative. Maybe their mother that they are at home, they are not their biological mother. Maybe their mother died. They found the second wife to the father, and maybe the father or the mothers mistreat the kids, and the government takes the action to bring the kid to the court, and then they brought them here. Those are the letters from the court order and from children's office. All of this. I have never bring any child here that without the government. People were saying that those are the neighbors' kids. They are not the neighbors' kids. I have all their documents here, and I could not be around to stay with these kids without the letter from the government. So here I have a lot of documents from the court, from Isibania Police Station, from Mabera Police Station, from Children's Officer Mabera, that is Janet Robbie, from Children's Officer Kehanja. The first time was Mr. Omondi, and then we have Joyce and Sophia in Kehanja. In Migori County, we have Joshua, Children's Officer. All these letters are so many, you can see. I have a lot of files from the court where I am receiving the kids, and even you can see the files here. We have FGM here, we have lost and found, we have abandoned kids. Those are the ones I'm telling you that some of them we rescue them from the toilet, some of them we rescue them from the street and the Aya River, some of them from the sewage. We have all of them here, those kids. And you can see all the files are here. Are here for the kids. Those are abandoned kids, lost and found, abandoned kids, FGM kids, FGM, lost and found kids, abandoned kids, rescued kids, lost and found, rescued kids. And there was a time we have a letter here. Just you can come. To whom it may concern, represent of 18 girls in Noah's Boat Children's Home, November 2020. I wish to inform you that the Department of Children's Services is aware of the 19 girls who were rescued from FGM and 9 girls who were rescued from defilement and early marriages. Any requests related to 28 girls should be directed to the Sub-County Children's Office, Kuria West. That is James Omondi, and the rubber stamp from the Children's Department. That is 19 girls. And here we have rescued girls, 9 of them. And here we have, this is to request your, this is from court in judiciary.
Now that is after Aileen.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is to request your institution know as both to release the above child to her sister, namely Agnes Robbie Mogasa. So when they found the relative, they have to write the letter like this to release any kid that must be go out, not without the document from the court. And we cannot keep any child inside the orphanage without the letter from the court order. Sub-County Social Development, Mabera, kindly let the following minor be in your organization, known as both children's home. This is from Mabera Sub-County. This is from Children's Department, Kehanja, with a rubber stamp.
This was for
FGM. And this is Abaddon 2022-2023. Lost and found. Kindly hand over the child to father, Mr. Joseph. This was lost, found, and then they write the letter for us to release the girl to the father. This is abandoned child. This is lost and found cases. These are abandoned kids. This is another abandoned kids. This is another abandoned, lost and found. Kindly receive the child in your home for temporary custody. Care. Catherine Lucy, female, 13 years and 6 years. They were two. Yeah. This is the list of the people who was my board of director. This is the letter of 207, and this was the letter how I was buying things.
This is the invoice. And
we have every receipt since we started, and even the receipt where we have been paying the school fee. There was a time I bought for them new t-shirt and uniform. And this is the receipt how we were buying food.
So this is after Alien.
Even before,
okay.
We have to keep the record since we registered the orphanage 207.
Okay.
Everything we have to keep it. This is the money I was paying for the principal secondary school. Yeah, and this is Regina Secondary School. This is the receipt for our books. Yeah, we have the receipts since 2007. I used to keep them because there was a time I was trying to find out on how to balance the way I'm getting money, and I have to go through my records and see if the kids are reducing, I have to reduce expenses. And even to go to school to ask for them to reduce the expenses of school fee. So all these are the receipts, and there are so many. For every year. You see, these are the other receipt. I was buying cement
for this house.
Yes. These are other receipts. I was paying for school fee. Those are some receipts from school. These are Nyabisia Mixed Secondary School. The way I was paying the money for secondary school. Yeah, all this.
This is Nyamaharaga.
Yeah, this is Nyamaharaga. The one I told you that the white lady decided to start helping us to pay for the 18 total orphan. And that's how the people, they don't follow. When she said 18 total orphans, those are the kids that she was paying the school, but not all the orphans in this orphanage.
Okay.
Yeah. We have all the records. Those are the sub-county children. Yeah, this is from Migori.
Yeah.
All these are the